before. And the gates are back. They're off and they're racing. Dwelling at the start. Dominant Force missed it with Intoxicating, slow to go and having to be ridden along. Thank God was the first of them to spring the gates. Won the start over Diamond Warrior. The well-tried commodity is going to settle up running second with Hassani down on the inside. Tiger Tank fourth. A gap of 2 lengths further back behind them to Dominant Force back in the company of Intoxicating. They put the 800 behind them and Thank God leads them out onto the side of the course by a length. Second, Diamond Warrior. It'll stalk the speed with Hassani down on the inside for Cooper in third spot, but in a bit of a pocket at the moment. Followed then by Tiger Tank. Down on the inside next of all is Dominant Force, and still back last of all Intoxicating. 400 from home, and the leader is Thank God as they reach the corner. Thank God by more than a length. Second, Diamond Warrior. Hassani's got plenty of room to come through if it can quicken. Followed further back Tiger Tank. Intoxicating. Thank God's the leader. Now Hassani picks the run. Hassani's coming through and Intoxicating from the back of the field along with Dominant Force are running on well. Intoxicating looms up. It's Intoxicating that's come from the back of the field. Swamp them and Intoxicating wins. Pike off to a great start. One from Dominant Force. The two back markers of Quinella the race with Hassani close up from Thank God. In behind those next of all is Tiger Tank. Now the one that they had all the money on has run fair dinkum stone motherless last, Diamond Warrior. Waiting for the numbers here. 7 Intoxicating. Willie Pike for Simon Miller. Wins the opening event. Coming from the back of the field. Pike took over this afternoon after its placing at Northam with the claiming apprentice behind Nicky Arna, who came out and of course has made the form look fabulous after its win in the last at Ascot on the weekend. And Intoxicating charging down the outside. Dominant Force went with it. And after Hassani had got the run through, got the measure of Diamond Warrior, the one that they backed from $6.50, it ran $2.60. Diamond Warrior, $2.60. And it laboured in the last 200 metres and laboured badly. But Intoxicating by Kermadec from Contamination. Well done to the owners there, Simon Miller, IJ Loney, all the team involved, many of them, including Matty Fuller, and a group of syndicates as well in this Kermadec filly, ridden by Willie Pike. And there's no stopping the wizard right at the very moment. Second, 6 Dominant Force by Tassett, Neville Parnham and Stephen Parnham. Third, 1 Hassani by Dundeel, Chanel Cooper for Grant and Delana Williams. And a length and a half a long neck were margins. They don't have a time for the 1200 at this stage. So Intoxicating, it firmed up with that scratching of Spirited Strike. They all did in the opening event, and ran 380 on the third line of the market. Good performance though to round them up from the back, albeit in a small field. Race 2, the share bets with Tab Touch Bet Loop handicap 1200, a pay 1-2, 7 to do battle. Not sure what time they'll go after this long delay prior to the running of the first as Willie comes back aboard Intoxicating, and that he certainly is with punters everywhere. Let's go downstairs and catch up with Lockie.
Thanks, Darren. A quick update on Chris Parnham as well. He's A-OK, which is very, very good news. And also a big shout out to barrier attendant Patrick Power, who was the man that got Chris out of a very sticky position. And it could have been a lot worse for Chris if it wasn't for the smart thinking of Paddy Power. So well done to you, Paddy. But I'm now joined by Simon Miller. Simon, congratulations on the win. Intoxicating. What did you make of her first up run?
I thought she went really good. She had a couple of runs last prep where just drew awful, didn't get much luck, and she sort of kept boxing on. I thought they were commendable runs, and then this time around, first up she was good, and she's come on since, and aided by a good ride today. So yeah, she's real cheap. I think she was about 30 grand or 25 or something. So they'll get their money back out of her. But just a quick shout out to the barrier attendants. Like, stuff goes wrong, and I suppose everyone takes barrier attendants for granted. You know, you just lock and load and away you go, you race. But when it gets a bit hairy in there, you watch them and their horsemanship skills come to the fore, and I was in awe of what they were doing today. So it's obviously a bit of a couple of curveballs there, and they come to the fore. So a little shout out to them.
Well, on cue before I actually came to you, I was speaking of the fact that it was Paddy Power that was the man that pulled Chris Parnham out of a tricky position. That wouldn't surprise you at all.
I don't know about that. He'll tell me that at 4 in the morning how good he is. I retract my statement. no, but good on him. Yeah, no, he's a good job. And they all are. They're all really good. So hats off to them. But yeah, good win. Like had her mouth open early, and generally they don't win when they do that. So I was a bit surprised she did.
Back on the filly, it was an interesting watch in the first 200 to 300 metres. She just didn't quite look like she wanted to stretch out. What was that all about?
I don't know. Maybe she milled around. She got dizzy walking behind the gate. So I don't know. She was around there long enough. So don't know what to make of it. But I thought we were in a lot of trouble early, and then she picked them up and was soft late. So we'll see what the Wizard's got to say.
Can Cryptic Joy win the next?
He can, but the horse is doing my head in. He's an excuse-driven horse, and one day you'd like him to overcome adversity and minimise excuses. So he's wearing thin on me.
Well done here. Good luck in the next.
Thank you.
There's Simon Miller after the winner of Intoxicating. Willie Pike will just weigh in inside and make things official with stewards Steve Gerard, and then he'll be back outside with Scotty after the win of Intoxicating. And as we said pre-race, he's been a man on a mission. He's been riding at around 36% his last 50 rides, which is astronomical, and he's just added to that list, Scott.
Willie joins us now. Willie, obviously a lot of pre-race commotion. How did she handle it?
I think that's actually what I won of the race today. She come through. She handled that just fine. Yeah, it wasn't that nice. One of the horses was a bit distressed there, so we avoided that. She held herself together. She was cool, calm, collected. A lot of the horses were actually looking around wondering why we were taking so long. But anyway, we got through that okay.
And then was able to wind up really nicely through her gears late?
Yeah, that's right. I just said to the owners at the top of the show, oh, that's good, we're going to run a place. And gee, she ran right through the line, which was really good.
Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
There's Willie Pike combining with Simon Miller and Intoxicating. Obviously, there will be a delay ahead of race number 2, but we'll relay any information that we do receive from stewards in the next 5 or so minutes. But it's Intoxicating who takes out the first here at Belmont Park.